Hey everyone, it's Ryder from Skip. It's Wednesday, August 4th. The PPP Direct Forgiveness Portal is now live. If you took a PPP loan, draw 1 or draw 2 and haven't had forgiveness yet, this video is for you. This is for all PPP borrowers who took $150,000 or less, so that's over 95% of all PPP loan recipients. It's the fastest way to apply for forgiveness from the SBA, and in most cases, documentation is not required in the submission. I'll walk through this step by step right now, everything you need to know, and what to do if your lender hasn't opted in yet. Thanks so much for tuning in and liking this video, and if you want to support our efforts researching all of these changes as it relates to the SBA, public funding, private funding, and more, consider hitting subscribe and turning on alerts. Okay, starting at the top, now when you go to directforgiveness.sba.gov, the blue button is now active. Click register to start your request. And one note here at the top, on every single page and email, the SBA is very clear. If you have questions, you can call them 877-552-2692. You'll recognize this portal is a very similar style to not only the RRF, but also the Shuttered Venue Operators Grant. I'll go through everything because there are some tricky bits. Okay, once you click that blue button, click sign up, put in your username and email. They give instructions on that here. Then you'll have to verify your email address. It usually comes across within a few seconds, if not in a few minutes. If you don't get it, of course, check your spam folder. The email will look like this: SBA PPP Direct Forgiveness Portal. Please confirm your email address. There'll be a link. Click the link. It will take you back to a screen like this where it will again say confirm your email address. Please confirm that your email address, blocked out here, is an email address for a user, and it'll show your username that you just put in. Click confirm. Then you need to set up SMS two-factor authentication. So put in your phone number, click verify. You'll get a text message. It'll be a 7-digit code. Put it in here to verify. And finally, you will be redirected to your portal. So many of you right off the bat see, oh, looks familiar. So I believe they had the same vendor that did the Shuttered Venue Operators Grant. Pretty straightforward here. There's not much you can do. It says the estimated time to finish is around 10 minutes. You know, some of you might be able to do it even quicker than that. But of course, read before you sign. That's always the case. Read before you sign the final documents. It will prevent potential stress down the road. Just take a few extra minutes to make sure you're doing everything correctly. So before you begin here, there's a couple notes. To complete this request, you will need your PPP loan number. You may have that in email, or if your lender has a portal, check the portal for your PPP loan number assigned by the SBA, and your tax identification number. So that could either be your company EIN number or your SSN number, whatever TIN you used when you applied for the PPP loan. Then click the box here, start new forgiveness request. Of course, if you want a guided tour, you can also get a guided tour. At the bottom of every single page, there's a need help button. You can get more help here. So on every single page, there's various ways to get help if you get stuck. But again, nothing here is very complicated. By the way, once you verify your phone number, you will also get another email that confirms your registration. And on this email as well, they also have a contact phone number, basically saying, again, if you have questions, contact us. Okay, so once you start your forgiveness request, you see a screen like this. To look up your loan first, they're going to check the database to see your record. So put in your EIN or SSN, and two options here: either your PPP loan amount if you know it, or if you don't know your loan amount, you can put in your SBA loan number. So two ways they can look things up here. Obviously, you want to have your loan number on hand, but it sounds like they can also look up based on your TIN and your loan amount. Now, many of you may get stuck at this point because your financial institution hasn't registered yet for direct forgiveness. We believe most will, most should. It's making their jobs easier. But at last check, we saw only around 500 had registered for direct forgiveness of over 5,000 lenders. So that means 90% of you may get an error message, and you'll need to contact your financial institution to proceed. If they are able to pull in your SBA loans in that lookup, you'll also see something like this, again saying your financial institution has not yet registered for direct forgiveness. Please contact your financial institution. Now, we can contact your financial institution on your behalf. If you want us to do that for you, at the top of our app, we've put in a new post basically explaining this process and a request form. If you want us to contact your lender on your behalf, you know, we're not doing a pre-populated email because many of you may not know the best email address for your lender. So all we'll need from you is your lender's name. We'll send off an email and of course copy you so you know that your lender has gotten the message. You can do that right on the Skip app. It's Hello Skip in the App Store and Google Play. Or if you want the app, go to trackpploan.com. You'll not only get the app, but also a $10 credit. That link is for folks who don't have our app, trackpploan.com, and we'll email your lender on your behalf. And we do hope that the majority of all lenders will opt into this program. Again, it's easier for everyone, easier for you and easier for them. So a few screenshots on the rest of the process. These come from the SBA documentation. So if your lender has opted in, the first step will be to put in your loan information, which will include business legal name, any DBA, business TIN, phone number, and your business address, your title, and the business industry. After that, you'll need to put in your PPP loan draw information. Now, it should pre-fill some information from the previous steps, and you need to put in an 8-week covered period start date, as well as your gross receipts for 2019 and your gross receipts for 2020. Then you'll need to put in employees at time of loan application, amount spent on payroll, requested forgiveness amount, demographic details. I believe this is optional, and click next. Finally, in most cases, you will not need to provide supporting documentation. Here's what it says: as a result of your COVID revenue reduction, score, and or characteristics of your request, the SBA has determined that no documentation is required to support your forgiveness request at this time. You may continue to the next step to submit your request. The SBA may subsequently request information and documents to review as part of its loan review or audit processes. So you should have information on hand, of course, such as payroll information to prove that a certain amount of money went towards payroll. But in most cases, we believe you will not have to upload documentation. If you do, it will look something like this, and you will be able to upload information right here. Finally, you'll see a summary of forgiveness request. It will go over everything. Then you can click the blue button here, submit and continue to electronic signature. Or of course, you can withdraw your request. They always leave this option here. In case you get cold feet and you don't want to ask for forgiveness, you can cancel it. If in some of their validation there are errors, you will see something like this that says missing items. You'll need to go back and take care of that information first. And the last step is basically a DocuSign document. It pulls in all that data you just inputted into the DocuSign document, which is just this form 3508S. So basically all the software they've built, the help center, the validation, is basically a way to make it easier to just fill out this form. Of course, a lot of lenders built their own forgiveness flow that are even more streamlined than this, but what the SBA has done here is good. It covers a lot of cases. For example, if you're reviewing the DocuSign and you decide not to sign or something is incorrect, you can go back, you'll see an alert like this: DocuSign request was declined. You'll have around 5 minutes to then make any changes to the information and then go back to sign the document. And once you sign and request, you will get this green check mark here: thank you for submitting your request. Your DocuSign is being processed, and will show up on this page when it is complete. This can take a few minutes. Then a couple important points. The SBA has said customer service reps will not answer questions about the status of your PPP loan forgiveness. If you want status updates, you will need to log in to your portal, okay? So the portal will be the source of truth wherever you are in the process. Now, if they have questions or a borrower correction is required, you'll likely get an email from the SBA, and then when you log in, you'll see something like this. Below is a message with the reason you need to withdraw your request and resubmit with the correction indicated. So basically, you need to withdraw and re-upload if you make mistakes or for whatever reason you need to make corrections. And then the final step will be the SBA issuing their decision. We hope in most cases forgiveness, so you have peace of mind that that loan amount is off the books and you can focus on the things that matter. I hope this quick video helps. If you have questions on this or you experience something different when you go through this, drop it in the comments. We'd love to hear. And of course, like and share this video so others find out about this. If you want your lender to participate, go to trackpploan.com to get our app. And then right at the top of our app, there's a call to action on how to request that your lender join direct forgiveness. And if you want extra help on other grants, other funding, go to skipinvite.com to get our weekly curated grant and funding opportunities. Most importantly, stay well, stay healthy, and I'll see you tomorrow.